Hi, Katie Cats. Today, OP asks, am I the a-hole for not wanting to take my kid's friend to 7-Eleven because he never says thank you? So, let's see. First impressions based on the title. I'm going to say you are the a-hole, but I'm also going to only give you 2 stars of being an a-hole because we need a little bit more info. So, let's do my makeup while we discuss. So, OP starts off the post by saying that the two boys have been friends since they were toddlers and they're currently 12 years old and they spend a lot of time together. The friends' parents work quite a lot, so it's just easier for OP to make all of the arrangements for them to hang out. And OP has to drop the friend off at home after school every day. And very often, OP's son asks if they could stop at 7-Eleven. And OP says, they always have to end up paying for everything. And they're upset because the kiddo never says thank you. And this had me wondering, right? If the kiddo never says thank you, does the kiddo show any other form of being grateful? These kids have been friends for a really, really long time, right? So since they've been toddlers now, she doesn't specify how long. And so Opie says that, they've been friends for a long time. Opie has to always make the organizations and get-togethers, organize all that. And, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of effort. And then to spend their money on a kid that isn't their own kiddo. Okay. So, if the kid never says thank you in words, does the kid maybe show that they're grateful in other ways? Because not everybody has the same way of expressing their feelings or their thoughts, or maybe this kiddo doesn't spend a lot of time with their own parents because the parents work a lot. Now, maybe the parents didn't teach the kiddo to say thank you, so he's not really sure that he has to do that, and he doesn't know that that's the way that OP would prefer it. OP also says that, it's a thing that they do so often and they have to spend their money and it's starting to irritate them. Okay, so my question then becomes, are you really irritated with your son's friend, or are you irritated because you're the one always having to do everything for your kid's friend, and maybe the parents even don't show gratitude or say thank you? Opie says that they are very friendly with the parents, but also just mentioned that they work a lot. So I'm wondering, is anybody saying thank you to OP? Is OP feeling like they're just having to do all this for the friend? But then the other thing that I look at, OP says that they take the kiddo home every day and they've been friends for so many years. OP also mentions in the post that they don't like to parent other people's kids, which to me stood out because, nobody wants to parent other people's kids, and it's frowned upon to parent other people's children. But Opie has been a part of this kid's life in a way that gives the kiddo structure. It's someone the kiddo can rely on to always be there. And, you know, that is something kind of special. In the comments, a little bit further down, Opie mentions that, they give the kiddo hugs and they are very close. The boys are very close. They've always been very close. And here's the thing about Opie, and why I say that I think Opie is not really frustrated or irritated with the kid. I think Opie just feels underappreciated by probably the parents, and because Opie feels that it's not okay to tell the kiddo, hey, no, I would really like it if every now and then maybe say thank you. I think that the kid's parents maybe just didn't teach them that, and just doing it in a kind way, because Opie has had an influence over this kiddo for such a long time. It's not parenting the kid. That kiddo trusts you and you're in their life and you have value to them. So I think it will be okay. Maybe even to mention, speak to the adults and tell them, hey, I don't mind having your kiddo around. I love having him around. My son appreciates him. And I don't mind taking him places like 7-Eleven, but he never says thank you. If Opie is friendly with the parents, maybe communication is the best way out. Now, I also like that Opie is self-aware enough to say, as they were writing the post, they feel like they are the a-hole. And another one of the comments that really stood out to me was somebody that spoke out and said, I work with troubled kids all the time, and the kid is probably not saying thank you because he's never been taught to say thank you. And I think that really resonates because, again, Opie is somebody that is always there, and that is there on a daily basis during school times. And so Opie might be more there and have the ability to be there more for the kiddo. And so I don't think that Opie really is an a-hole per se. I think Opie feels underappreciated, and that's okay. But I don't think that it's okay to have those feelings towards the kiddo. But I do like that Opie has the self-awareness. So, what do you guys think? And do you agree with me on this one? I really think that so often as adults, we forget the value that we can have in children's lives. Like, I'm not saying, we just be friends and besties with other people's kids. That is not okay. But when we have the opportunity as an adult to add value in a meaningful way to a child that might not get all of the attention, that might feel like his friend is there all the time, his friend's parent is there all the time, that is a special kind of bond, and you're always gonna have a great place in that kiddo's heart and mind. And that in itself, to me, is more valuable than even the friendship with the parents. I also think that Opie said in the post, if I remember correctly, that the parents ask Opie to do these things and to sometimes take the kiddo to 7-Eleven or have outings because they don't have the time to do it. Which I don't think it's fair to put all of the responsibility on Opie, because then Opie essentially does become a form of a parent, right? But again, there's something else that stands out to me. There's nothing as special in this world or that can be defined in the same way as two kids growing up together, but two boys being close best friends. I think men's best friends are an entirely different bond, and I don't really know how to explain it, but from my experience, guys that are close with their best friends have a different experience, and it's sometimes those friendships last a lifetime. And that means that, Opie, you will have the opportunity to be part of that kiddo's life for most probably a lifetime. And I'm going to say, I don't know what the word is. I'm going to say pseudo-parent. You get the opportunity to be a kind of pseudo-parent as well. And you have the opportunity to give that child love and attention and kindness that they might not experience any other way. And for me, I think that is where the value lies. And another thing, not everybody says thank you in the same way. Sometimes thank you for kids come in the form of them being happy with the candy that you purchased and them having fun playing with the toy that you got them. Sometimes their excitement, I mean, especially younger kids that don't always know etiquette and that know how to express themselves, the thank you comes in the experience of togetherness or the gift or the attention, the love. And I also think because Opie has been there since pretty much the foundation years of toddler, going into school, then becoming teens, Opie has the opportunity to be someone special to that kid and will forever be and add value. That kiddo might not know it yet, and Opie might not know it. But you're always going to be someone that had a meaningful impact on that kiddo. So again, I don't think Opie is the a-hole. So, what do you all think? Put your comments down below, and I will see you with the finished makeup look. So, this is the final makeup look. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Would you wear it? Tell me in the comments down below. So, Opie, I do not think that you are the a-hole. And the reason I think you're not truly an a-hole is, you know, the self-awareness that you brought at the end of the post where you said, writing this, I'm realizing I am the a-hole. I'm going to give you 2 stars for not being the a-hole, but I'm going to say that I really think you're feeling underappreciated. I don't think that it's really all just about the kiddo. And I also think maybe in changing your perception, maybe looking at how this kiddo does express appreciation. Maybe noticing the small things, smiles, and, you know, every now and then maybe telling the kiddo thank you for spending time with your son. And therefore, by your actions, without being overbearing or parenting somebody else's kid, you're showing him that that is the way to show appreciation that you would appreciate. And so often we expect others to kind of read our minds to know what we need from them, but really, people don't always know. And if you want to see a change, sometimes as hard as it is, finding a way to kindly and compassionately speak up, that might just be the way. So, do y'all agree with me? If you don't agree, do agree. Tell me in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for watching this video. And if you want to watch another video similar to this one, click over here. I'll see you next time. Bye.